Hey guys, Grumpy here with a surprise episode of Fast Five. The reason I'm bringing this series back is because I feel like Fast Five was a ton of fun for me. I really like the concept of just having five ships and, constraining myself to that. And I felt like the series ended just too soon. Really, right when it started getting going was when the series ended, so I wanted to bring it back. And the way I'm doing that is I'm talking to the NPC Ryan Arroyo, if I pull this up. Because if you don't know, Ryan Arroyo, he offers you bounties, and I don't know if everyone does this, but his bounties increase in difficulty, and he ends up offering you some of the hardest fights in the game. So I've been just farming his bounties, getting to the point where he starts giving me those harder and harder tasks. And that's what I want to use my fleet to demonstrate against. One, it'll be fun because the fights are very challenging, and then two, you get to see more of the ships in action. So, if we talk to Ryan Arroyo and ask him if he has any work for me, we can see what's on his bounty target. I prefer a more challenging target for 620,000 credits. Da, 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 da. He wants us to fight a Remnant Ordo in the Gamma Far system. Yeah, this is not just any Revenant Ordo. This is actually a very challenging fight. Each one of these ships has an Alpha AI core in it. Not just the Radiant. All of these ships have an Alpha core in them. For those of you that don't know, and I might as well show off the fleet, an Alpha core gives a ship 7 skills, and if it's integrated, it gives them 8. So I don't know if they're integrated Alpha cores, but if they're at least just sitting in there, they get 7 elite skills. So that's something to be aware of. So as far as the fleet goes, it's the Monitor, tried and true. This is a beast. No real changes here. HL Batar is piloting it with her helmsmanship, field modulation, systems expertise, you know, all the bells and whistles. Then we have Lieutenant Camille Fraser, so custom made for this Aurora. It has Resonator MRM launcher, which is a kinetic weapon that uses, it's a kinetic missile weapon that uses flux to fire, so it has unlimited charges. Then we have the Cryo Flamer, which is a significant burst energy damage, really good for catching ships off guard. Then we have the Mini Pulsars, which just do kinetic damage, and then a shock repeater. So a few bells and whistles that we got from the Hyperstrom fight. Here's the Griffin, just a vanilla ship, nothing really to change. It's just a support ship. So it has the squalls, has harpoons, has sabos. Um, I built an unstable injector and I added safety overrides. The reason being is the drawback, quote unquote drawback, is that it reduces your weapon ranges, but this doesn't affect missiles. So this is just an increase in top speed for your Griffin. Um, yeah, this peak performance time is hit. You have 3 minutes of peak performance time, but for this fleet, that's not really an issue. This little guy takes care of most fights before 3 minutes is up anyway. So that's that. Um, then we have the Eradicator. This is what I'm piloting. Has mini pulsars, heavy machine guns to do kinetic damage, and then it also has assault chain guns just to do that high explosive. Safety overrides so it can keep up with the rest of the fleet. And then I don't have any officer skills. I don't really need them. I had to go yellow line. Yeah, because the logistics of flying around with just one, or just no freighters usually, one or no freighters, has been miserable. So I went yellow line. And then definitely last but not least is our Radiant. So this is the core of the fleet. This guy can solo fleets. Just a very powerful ship. 2 plasma cannons, and then a reality disruptor. The reality disruptor does EMP damage. It doesn't do any other like standard damage, and it pierces through shields. So unlike normal EMP weapons, which only like damage kind of like the front of the ship and disable those weapons, this will clear the ship all the way to the back and usually causes flameouts. So That's really good. And then finally we have the Cyclone Reapers. Um, Between expanded missile racks and missile specialization, this thing gets 120 Reapers at the start of combat. Yeah, it's absurd. Then finally we have Sabopods. So same thing, 36 in all, or 36 in each one because you have expanded missile racks, missile specialization times 4. That's 144 Sabopods. So really good there. These should be linked. I don't know if the Reapers need to be linked. And then just mini pulses and rift lances. The rift lance is just a beam weapon. This is for catching frigates out that sneak up behind our radiant. For range's sake, I wonder if it's worth it to put. Hmm. I'm just thinking if it's worth it to put integrated targeting unit and advanced optics. Hmm. Maybe, but that's gonna cost 50 OP. We'll make space for integrated targeting unit. Or well, we'll dock first, and then we'll make space. I just noticed it was missing. I've been fighting a lot of pirate fleets, so you can get up close and personal with pirate fleets. With remnants, you probably don't want to be uh, too close to them. If we did want to make room for advanced optics, how much would that cost? Yeah, that's a bit much. Yeah, that's a bit much. Alright, we'll cut advanced optics. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and fly over to our bounty and go ahead and give it a try. This isn't gonna be edited. I just don't have the time to edit because of work. And I just want to produce the videos as soon as possible, get it out to you guys. So, where I've been, what I've been doing, um, I have recently been streaming on the Discord channel. So I didn't even know that was a thing. It wasn't my idea. It was one day I saw a bunch of people in a live channel together, or in a channel together, and I was like, what is going on? So I joined the channel and I heard people talking, and I saw that somebody was streaming because people were talking and reacting, and I was like, man, that's such a cool idea. So since then, I've reorganized the voice channels, and now you can stream in them. So people have been streaming Star Sector, different kinds of games, and it's just been really cool to see the community use Discord that way, because I would have never thought to do that. Alright, so here's the Remnant Ordo. Like I said, all alpha cores, so we do need to be careful here. But the plan is simple. It is get rid of these smaller ships, get rid of the carriers, and then work our way up. If we can, catch the Brilliants while they funnel in one by one, and then dogpile the Radiant. If at any point the Radiant overextends, then we'll just dogpile the Radiant when we can, and then work our way back down. Alright, so let's move into engage. We'll deploy all. The Griffin I want to escort me. I can really use those squall missiles to good effect and just follow up. The Aurora I want to hang back because it tends to get itself into dangerous situations. the monitor, I just want to push forward and go find the Radiant as soon as possible. And then our Radiant can hang out in the middle of the battlefield. So what I'm going to be doing throughout this fight is pretty much just sitting in between the Aurora and the Radiant. Just figuring out where I can poke my head and get those ships that overextend. Alright. So when I finished the last episode of Fast 5, I had a bunch of combat perks, and the reason for that, the reason I don't have any combat perks now is because of I went logistics. I was actually in the middle of finding an officer to replace me and the Eradicator, and I was just gonna go full tactical strats, or just jump in the Eradicator or whatever ship I wanted to and fly it myself. Um, but I just decided to do this bounty because I was excited to give it a try. Alright, so here's the enemy Radiant. I need you to go tank it. These Fulgents, I want to go ahead and start eliminating them. So we're going to issue eliminate commands. And then my job is just going to be to deal with these frigates, and also just keep an eye on the Aurora. Officer is reckless inside of it, so we do need to be aware of that. That's a perfect opportunity. We're going to have our Radiant pivot and actually just target their Radiant while we can. I'm going to sneak up the side and see if I can get rid of some of these Brilliants. Nice. Nice. So that's perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. Just an opportunity for us to catch their ships out. Now that that's taken care of, we can pretty much just order our ships around as we see fit. We're gonna go ahead and actually that order will cancel itself in a second. We're gonna have our monitor scoop up this Brilliant. Yeah, we'll have our monitor go scoop up that Brilliant, and then the rest of these ships can pretty much wander as they want. I just need to keep an eye on my Griffin and just keep an eye on the Aurora, just so that it doesn't do anything stupid, like rush headlong into 3 Fulgents and get itself exploded. You know, kind of like this. There you go. Aurora should be able to take care of itself. Griffin should still be escorting me, which is good. You can drop this eliminate order. And our monitor being in the center there is okay. The only thing that can damage it is if a Brilliant has a Tachyon Lance, which only a couple of them do. We're going to pre-fire our Sabos. Go ahead, pop accelerate ammo feed, and just mow it down. This one also has a plasma cannon, so we're not really worried about it. I want you to go ahead and destroy that Brilliant. I want you to move on to this Brilliant. And you can go ahead and kill this Lumen for me first. It doesn't seem like it's worth it, but if we can get these small ships off the battlefield, then that's just less we have to worry about flanking us. Some of them have ion weapons, which can disable the radiant, and if the radiant will tank a lot, but at the end of the day, it's still just like any other ship. If it can't move, it can't maneuver, then it's just gonna eat a lot of Reapers to the face. Like that. Yep. So that lumen is down. We do need to be cognizant of that brilliant approaching. Just a terrifying range on that. We're gonna use our Reapers offensively. I mean, you always use them offensively, but we're gonna use them to try to overload the brilliant. We didn't get it, but we're gonna go ahead and back away here. We're gonna figure out what is going on here. Alright, we're gonna have... You have the Tachyon Lance, right? You both have Tachyon Lances. We're gonna have you go ahead and deal with this. We're gonna have the Aurora... Or we're gonna have the Monitor pick up this. We're gonna have the Aurora deal with these ships, because probably exactly what's going on. Yeah. Is these stupid ion beams? Which one of you has it? One of these ships has an ion beam and it's disabling the radiant from getting away. So we're gonna come back and clear out these ships. Hopefully the Griffin can move with me and get out of there, but it might be over for the Griffin already. Alright, let's go back off. But let's go rescue. Let's go rescue the Radiant from these small ships. You go deal with that. You're dealing with that. You're tanking that, which is fine. Let's have you focus. Let's change this to an engage order. Have you focus on it. Yikes. I'll have you go eliminate that brilliant. See if we can use the glimmer as a little bit of a shield. Probably not. No. We'll go ahead and jump in the Aurora and see if we can finish the fight. We're just waiting on the Radiant to mosey over here. fly next to the Radiant, just help it out. The Aurora is my favorite ship in the game. It's just so fast. We'll put the Resonator on auto fire, and we'll target you since that's what the Radiant's looking at. There's a Glimmer. Just go ahead and back up. A little sloppy towards the end there, but we got it done. And tell the Radiant to focus on the Brilliant. We'll try to cordon them off. Using our speed, we're going to maneuver around the back of them and try to push them back towards the Radiant. All that was left was a Lumen. So overall, an alright fight. Definitely could have been a lot cleaner. I have to give massive props to massive props to the Monitor for tanking those Brilliants and getting distracting the enemy, and then also just jumping on that opportunity to catch their Radiant out. Let's go ahead and consider ship recovery. Let's bring home our Eradicator and our Griffin. And then we're going to take a couple of Glimmers back with us. And the reason being is I want to give something a try with these Glimmers. Other than that, I don't think we need anything else. Pick through the wreckage here. Take all the supply, leave the metal. You get some alpha AI cores. How many we get? Two? Two alpha cores for this. Alright. We'll search. See if we left anything behind. Well, we left a Fulgent. We could always use another Fulgent. I don't see why not. Okay, we'll recover the rest. Again, dump the metals. And conclude today's episode. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm glad to be recording more Fast 5 content. It won't be much, granted, but it'll be just more of a demonstration of the ships and kind of battle focused. But other than that, Grumpy out. And now I'd like to give thanks to our supporters, Randall Porter, Philip Kallenbach, and Mark, our newest supporter, as well as a very special thank you to Zoni, Wet Noodle, and Kriltic. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. It means a lot to me. Again, I will continue to run ad-free content on this channel, But if you would like to support this channel, then consider becoming a member by hitting the join button below. Other than that, Grumpy out.